America. All you can eat, 24-hour cafeteria to the world. A land of values, a land of bargains, a land of hope. But right now, as the new millennium marches on, a single poisoned arrow is aimed straight at the heart of our most sacred institution. Who is the archer? Who is the archer? Who is the archer? This is the story of two sons of Adam who decided to create marriage in their own image, to claw down the hallowed halls of matrimony, burying the innocent beneath the shattered stones. Let knowledge, let education, let the sword of scientific inquiry clear the way as we bushwhack this black and brambled path. Oh, my fellow Americans, take heed. Listen and remember well this siren song, the dying breath of America. Of she I sing.
The problem is that a lot of people are allergic to ranunculuses.
Sneezing allergic or what?
If only. No, it's more like a rash, like chicken pox, only oozier.
So what's the upside?
They're affordable.
You only get married once, Francie.
It's just that they're so much less expensive than roses. The florist can flock them, like Christmas trees, any color we want.
Frankly, I've always thought roses were very wedding by the numbers.
That's exactly what I thought.
Go for the others then. Allergies, schmallergies.
But couldn't I be liable?
Mommy, make them sign release forms.
At the reception?
Best to do it up front. Who knows what could happen at the church? Someone could be impaled by a falling cruciform. They used to kill vampires with those, Hold still.
I guess you're right, Kip. I never knew getting married would be so hard.
Getting married is the easy part. Now.
Are we magnificent?
Isn't it a bit...
Oh, no nonsense.
You don't think it's too...
It is. Edgy.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Would you rather have a French twist, Mr. Jones?
I thought we talked about something with braids.
Come again?
Braids.
Is this Renfest? Francie, tell me, is this Renfest or is this your wedding day, Mommy?
It's...
Francie?
Well, I suppose with the veil it might be...
You are not wearing a veil.
I'm not?
I have a friend who makes the most extraordinary chapeaus made out of entirely found objects.
Found?
Objects. Flotsam, wetsam. Wired. Twisted into whimsical shapes. Candy wrappers origamied into miniature swans. You like candy, don't you? You'll be incomparable. Magnificent, Mommy. You'll have all the transcendent uselessness of a fur-lined teacup.
Well, that's great. So, Kip, how's your girlfriend? When are you going to get married?
To tell you the truth, Francita, I don't think I'm the marrying kind.
She was afraid that they would look yellow in the pictures.
There is some...
Francie broke the news to me, but I'm no fool. It's her mother and her sister. They've been holding summits on the matter of my teeth ever since the engagement was announced.
Are you a smoker?
Who told you? I have moles all over this town.
Well, smoking can lead to discoloration.
Hardly ever. Only when I'm drinking.
That could have an effect.
A few drinks a day. It's good for the heart, right? I mean, the Surgeon General practically mandated it. There's nothing wrong with that, is there?
Nothing.
I mean, it's better than coffee, right? I hear that time and time again.
So you're not a coffee drinker?
A cup a day won't kill me, will it?
Probably not, but it could discolor your teeth.
I mean, I rarely have more than 2 to 5 cups a day. Is that instrument clean?
Freshly disinfected just for you.
I mean, there's not any egg on it, is there?
Egg?
That happened to me once. Crusty, dried egg.
On a dental instrument, I find that highly irregular.
I have horrible luck.
You seem a little nervous, Tom. Anything I can do?
Dr. Lieberman, you've got to help me. I feel like no one listens to me anymore. My barber fired me. I didn't even know they could do that. My bartender looks right through me like I'm not even there.
It's on your mind.
It's this whole happily ever after thing. You know, it seems statistically impossible. I mean, you're a man of science. In your professional opinion, is there even any chance that...
Tom, relax. You know what my granddad used to say?
What?
Nothing makes the slippers feel warm and cozy like a pair of cold feet.
What?
Francie sounds like a wonderful girl. Once you have that ring around your finger, it's all going to make sense. Monogamy only occurs among the most highly evolved species, like puffins. You're in good company. Okay? Okay. And nothing says commitment more to your beloved than a dazzling bright smile. Miss Schwartz, the solution, please.
Here you go, doctor.
So that's your heart. That's a long time.
It can be. Now, just sit back, relax. Think of Machu Picchu.
This is eroding, isn't it? An hallucination?
Machu Picchu, thousands of years ago.
Why are we meeting her here instead of at her office anyway? Doesn't she have a baby?
2, I think.
Just what I need.
They're sweet.
Right. You know, these legal documents are hard enough to understand without a banshee, a screaming banshee of a baby or
Tom,
2.
all you have to do is indicate what your wishes are.
What? Like who gets my money?
No, as far as artificial respiration, nutrition, that kind of thing.
What? Like Atkins?
If you're unable to feed yourself, Tom. If anything terrible happens, I want to know.
What my wishes are, I know.
And then you have to know what my wishes are.
Don't say that, Francie, okay?
Remember my Aunt Lois? She went to that Nouveau Circus experience in Waukegan and there were those Chinese acrobats.
I remember, okay?
She went into a coma, Tom.
I remember. Jeez, Francie.
It's metal, Tom.
That's what.
I think it's hollow.
Hey, you two. Come on in. Thanks so much for coming by the house. I'm on 24-hour feeding duty. This baby, she's 2 months old, and already I think she's going to skip the cream carrots and move right on to the ossobuco.
Is that like a cappuccino?
It's a veal dish, Tom. We don't eat veal.
Yeah, I'm claustrophobic.
We're just finishing up dinner. We had some great news at the last minute, so we just had to get together to celebrate.
So what's the good news? Wait a minute, is that Kip?
Francie!
Kip! What a coincidence. We're here to see Bethany. Well, I guess that's obvious. We have to complete some forms.
He's making you sign a prenup?
Oh, no.
You're making him.
No, of course not.
What? No prenup?
Kip, you must be the...
Who?
The mystery woman.
However did you know?
At night, she turns into a serpent and slithers into your bed.
I'm Francine. Kip cuts my... styles my... He's my hair architect?
Exactly. Speaking of which,
Oh, I was riding around on my scooter. It got
did you use a curling iron?
It was a Vespa.
I'm Selena. I'm Bethany's girlfriend.
Oh, so you're a friend of Bethany's. I thought...
Actually, I'm her girlfriend.
Yes, that's great. I'm a girlfriend, too, of Bethany's.
Really?
Well, she's my lawyer, too.
When it comes down to brass tacks, boys don't really know how, do they?
Francie, would you like a drink? Terry, make Francie a drink.
Is that bright green stuff? I think that's illegal.
You must be Tom.
How do you know my name?
I have a magical gift for connecting the dots. I'm a dot connector.
Well, I don't think that she should be drinking alcohol if we're going to be signing legal paperwork.
Of course she should. Think of it as smearing a communion wafer with the finest foie gras. Given the most mundane activity, perfume of the exquisite.
What are you having?
I'll have a Shirley Temple. Hold the 7-Up.
Francie, that's a familiar name.
It's short for Francine.
You didn't come in for a double crown, did you?
The horse race?
Actually, it's a dental procedure.
Oh, I've never even had a filling.
Well, that's something to be proud of. Cherry?
Sobriety is an empty moral gesture.
I never thought of it that way.
Have a try.
What is it?
Alien secretion.
How does it taste?
Sweet. But why take my word for it?
Actually, I've got a little bit of a bug right now.
It's all the rage.
The drink?
The bug.
You're sick too?
Moribund.
Well, you look terrific.
Exactly.
It's just a little one here.
Tom, are you ready to come on back?
Hello, lover.
Oh,
Francie! Here you are. It's showtime! Bethany's looking all over for you.
oh, Kip, I'm so sorry. I'm so
Francine.
embarrassed. Going on and on about your girlfriend and saying all of this. I'm so
Oh,
terribly
please.
sorry.
You met Terry?
Yes, he made me a drink. An absolutely delicious drink. And he's a dentist. That's such a distinguished profession.
Well, I don't know about that.
Oh, I think it's wonderful. Tom is just a loan officer.
That's a lot of responsibility.
Well, he was just promoted to loan officer, too. His boss died, so... although he is technically in a probationary period for 3 months or 6 months.
Francie, we're in the study.
Won't you excuse me?
So, now all we have left is to sign the medical power of attorney form, which allows you to act in one another's behalf in the event that one of you should...
Yes, we know.
Tom.
Get cancer, get AIDS, or lupus, or whatever the hell, I get it. It smells a little funny in here, Bethany. I think you should get your pilot light checked.
Tom!
Well, as long as you've both read the documents carefully and you understand all the responsibilities and what will be expected of you in the event that one of you should, well, I think we can go ahead and sign. The next to last line, Tom.
We've been together a long time.
Quite a while.
There's been something I've been wanting to ask you.
Yes, Terry. As a hair professional, I can't lie. But I promise you that if we band together, we'll conquer the scourge of male pattern baldness.
So what are you celebrating tonight?
Oh, didn't you watch the evening news?
I was throwing the bouquet. I was practicing.
Today, the highest court in the land determined that two people possessing an identical chromosomal imprint should be able to enter into a binding legal contract that is sanctioned and protected by the state.
Well, Kim, thanks for sharing that with me, but That wasn't exactly the question I was wanting to ask.
It wasn't? Ay, Terry, papi, no, not here, Dios mío. Somebody could walk in.
Kipper, my darling, will you...
What?
Gay marriage?
Tom, Francie, do you know what this is? You coming to me, signing these legal documents.
A hassle?
It's an act of love.
It is?
Blind justice has paved the path to the well, my friends. And now we can all drink equally from the deep, cool well.
What well?
Love, Tom. Love, love, love. Mark my words. In just a few years, the notion of marriage as one man and one woman, yoked to a squalling brood, a suburban mortgage, and a lifetime sentence of Sunday school will seem as archaic as the Hammurabi Code.
I thought you quit.
You can't really quit something you don't really do. It's like breaking up before the first date. Dr. Lieberman! Woo! So, you must be pretty toasted, right? Hey, you seen pink elephants yet?
Hey, mummies, look, everyone! The unicorn has been captured and surrenders to the hunter.
Camp Terry, you don't mean that!
We just have to do it fast before the court reverses its decision.
Marry in haste, repent at leisure.
Oh, my darlings, I am constitutionally unrepentant. We can have a double wedding!
This love spills over like a Manhattan tide. I felt so strung up, so hung up inside, until you swept through like a frolicking new. Worry died when I jumped on your ride. Mad as a hatter, a Van Gogh splatter. My heart went pitter patter when I jumped on your ride. Feeling faded to a lifetime of gloom, dislocated, alone in my room, until you cruised in, baby. Where have you been? Blue skied since I jumped on your ride, till you cruised in, baby. Where have you been? Hands untied when I jumped on your ride.
Stay, have some champagne.
Oh, no, thank you. I have the matter of cream cheese mints to attend to.
I beg your pardon.
Even when purchased wholesale, cream cheese mints are outrageously expensive. And my mother thinks my time would be best spent in the kitchen with food coloring and an electric mixer than in a gulu laboring my youth and beauty away as I pay off my debt to the confectionery.
I think she means gulag.
Do what?
Francie, are you all right? Is she all right?
Fire! Oh my god! Oh my fire! Call it! Call 911! You think they all both wear tuxedos?
Who?
You know.
I'm sure they won't have a wedding like that. They'll probably just do it, I don't know, at a disco or something.
Who gets married at a disco?
I don't know, it just won't be the same as a normal wedding.
Maybe they won't have to spend $40 on one of those feather pen things?
It's for the guest book. You do love me, don't you, Tom?
Come on, Francie.
I mean, you're not having second thoughts or anything? Tom?
My hands. I can't feel my hands.
You're sitting on them.
Oh, pins and needles. Oh, pins and needles, pins and needles. Oh.
Where is everyone? Where's Tom?
Look, here he comes.
Oh my gosh, Mommy, you're wearing the same dress! Oh my gosh, Mommy, you're wearing the same dress!
Hello?
Have you had it altered?
Actually, Mother, I'm not sure your dress is going to work.
Work?
It's so...
Timeless.
timeless, but
Classic.
in a way.
There's only one way to be classic.
It's just that I'm so much taller than you, Mother. It's impossible.
Well, what are you planning on wearing?
I just wanted something a little more modern.
Vinyl? Pleather? 100% recyclable materials? Who are you, Francine, to rewrite history? To redefine the most important costume a woman can wear. In the New Testament, the bridegroom is Christ. What will he do when his bride shambles down the aisle? Shrink wrapped into a plastic sleeve.
Dr. Lieberman.
Hi, Tom. How's it going?
Oh, fine. Just stocking up on an extra toothbrush or two.
Well, I'm certainly impressed by your commitment to oral hygiene.
Yep. I buy toothbrushes by the dozen.
It's a great investment for the future. Well, if you'll excuse me, I need...
Doctor, I wonder, could you,
Yes, Tom?
You're a man of science, as well as a man who has a unique insight into what is, shall we say, attractive.
I am?
Please, you know what I mean, don't you, Doctor?
Terry, please.
Terry, do I have undesirable brassy highlights in my hair?
I'm sorry?
My mother-in-law, my future mother-in-law, has intimated that I have undesirable brassy highlights.
Oh, no.
I bought this. This!
You must relax.
Is it true that these chemicals pickle your sperm?
Tom, come with me.
Hello?
Hi,
Yes?
this is Ed. I do your lawn every year.
Oh, no, I
just
live in
wanted
an
to let you
apartment.
know there's a great special offer going on right now.
No,
just for
I'm
our
sorry. I
favorite
really
regular
don't have any
customers.
grass to speak of.
Raking, aeration, deep moisture injection treatments.
Francine, what kind of people wear silver shoes? Ask your fiancé. Ask your fiancé about the company he keeps.
This is the life, huh?
I'll say. Say, Terry,
Yes, Tom.
why do you want to get married? I mean, you don't have to. Why do you want to?
You don't have to. It's not required by law.
True, but... True.
Cafe?
Oh, yes, please. Oh. Huh. Dr. Lee, Terry, you smoke?
Only on special occasions.
Left hand blue.
Oh,
Oh, come on in.
no, I was just looking for
Oh,
the,
no, you can use the one right behind you.
Bethany, can I ask you something?
Please.
What's the big deal with this gay marriage thing? I mean, you love,
Selena.
you love her today. What does it matter what some judge says?
Tom, imagine you were born with a ravenous hunger for organic, vine-ripened tomatoes. Round, ripe, bursting with carmine juices. But everybody tells you you're wrong. Your taste buds are abnormal. They need to be rewired to prefer the hard, pale, flavorless, conventional variety. You try to hide your craving, but it grows. It rules you. Other tomatoes chafe your tongue like rubbery discs of stale licorice. And then, one morning, the stigma is magically lifted. It evaporates. Love any tomatoes you wish. Finally, we are legitimate.
Right foot red.
Maybe she's right.
What's that?
Bethany, maybe she's right. Maybe it doesn't matter what kind of tomatoes you like.
I like beefsteak.
I hear they are the best.
Left hand yellow.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today in the sight of God and these witnesses to join together this woman and Mr. Jones in the state of holy matrimony.
Oh, Mr. Jones.
Oh, that's a good boy.
Oh, Mr. Jones.
All I'm saying is, when did hockey hair become a criminal offense? Suddenly, we have this self-appointed army of waxed, accessorized mannequins telling our guys, tuck in your shirt, don't tuck in your shirt, pink is the new black, buy votive candles. Can you imagine Don Rumsfeld lighting a bunch of votive candles or getting an eyebrow wax? The problem is that no one has the cojones to call a spade anymore. Alternative lifestyle? Alternative to what? To normalcy. Since when do we celebrate abnormality? Let's be reasonable here. We are standing at a crossroads. We can either continue to progress as a culture, or we can rocket right off the highway, off the map, and off the radar into a totally different universe. Up is down, down is up. Have sushi for breakfast. Why take communion when you can take ecstasy instead? Is that the kind of world that we want to live in?
Sushi for breakfast?
I'm not proposing that we lock them all up. I'm just saying that if you know the bugs are out there, you wear repellent. You protect yourself. It's common sense. And never before has our way of life, our institutions, our American family been in such grave peril.
We're here with Dr. Harriet Schadenfreude, author, psychologist, and social commentator. We'll be right back.
Where have you been?
The dentist.
What's that on your shirt? Are you drunk?
It's laughing gas.
We were supposed to go to the cake tasting.
Cake is so wedding by the numbers.
What did you say?
I have to go lie down.
Tom? Tom!
Welcome back. Our guest is author, social commentator, psychologist, marriageologist, and sometime model, Dr. Harriet Schadenfreude. We'd now like to take a few calls from our television audience. Gary in Great Falls, you're on the air.
Hello?
Hi, Gary. What's on your mind?
Well, I got married to a wonderful woman.
Go on.
Things were going really well. We were really happy and everything. And then she started hanging out a lot with a coworker and coming home with all these crazy ideas.
What kind of ideas?
Like that Eve in the Bible was
Gary, your wife is having an affair.
What?
This coworker, she's a lesbian.
How do you know?
There are exercises you can do to perfect your instincts. It's all in my book. Gary, let's switch gears for a moment. Let's talk about disease. Whooping cough, influenza, Ebola. Gary, how are infectious diseases spread?
A lesbian?
Presence. Proximity. It's a scientific fact that ideas, like disease, can be spread through incidental contact. A hand sliding down a banister. An unlucky sneeze on the public bus. Thoughts are as dangerous as an airborne virus. Gary, your wife is in trouble. Your marriage is in trouble. I urge you to seek counseling without delay.
Yes, I'd like to make an appointment. Tom! Tom! Tom, get up! Our future is at stake. Not now, Mother.
Why are we here? Tom? I hear you have some new friends.
I don't have any friends.
That's not what I've heard. Francie tells me you've missed work several times over the past few weeks.
I didn't feel well.
You were hung over.
Like I said, I didn't feel well.
Tell me about your dentist, Tom.
My dentist?
You've been spending time, socially, with your dentist.
So?
Tom, please. White Russians? Washington apples?
Francie tells me you used to be a beer drinker.
Do you want me to balloon up like a blimp? You know, Kip says...
What does Kip know? He's a hairdresser.
Kip knows a lot about life. And he can really cook, and not just the hamburger helper, but braised short ribs and chicken sauté. He and Terry, they just got matching Harleys. And for their wedding, they're going to have a tower of glazed Krispy Kreme donuts for their cake. People, they say all this stuff about how guys like them shouldn't get married, but you know, they seem like the happiest, most well-adjusted, compatible, normal people I know.
Normal.
Normal.
Let's talk about normal, Tom. Tom, I'm going to show you a series of photographs and you just tell me what you see.
It's a guy and a girl.
Just a guy and a girl, nothing special about them?
Tom, please.
They're getting married.
How do you know?
The clothes, the The dress.
What do you think they're thinking about? Do you think they're happy?
I don't know. It's just a cartoon. They're not even real people.
Okay, that's fine, Tom. That's fine. Tell me what's going on in this picture.
That's the exact same picture as the one you just showed me.
Is it?
That is the exact same picture.
Perhaps it looks the same, Tom, but what if I told you these two people were related? They're cousins.
Well, that's not necessarily illegal, right?
Really? In some cases, is it okay to marry your cousin?
I guess it depends on what state you live in.
Perhaps. But is it legal to marry your sister?
What?
How can you tell they're not brother and sister?
They don't look that much alike.
Looks aren't everything, Tom.
But it's just a cartoon!
Only an artistic rendering of the future victims of the degenerate elite's toxic legacy. Next! Well?
It's some old guy and his granddaughters or something. It seems pretty normal to me.
Wake up, Tom. Those aren't his granddaughters, they're his wives. These girls were bred from birth to be consorts to this vile old goat.
That's illegal.
Not for long. The one on the right, Rachel R., natural blonde, dreamt of becoming a school teacher. Instead, she was schooled in the sordid acrobatics of a Bangkok hooker, forced into a daily grind of threesomes with other delectable young pieces of ass. Victor J. Normal American male, right? Loved cars, loved his Trans Am so much, he decided to marry it. Revamped it inside and out. Got a tuxedo with racing stripes. Holding on to the back bumper with both hands and pressing his package against the exhaust pipe, he fucked this car's brains out on his wedding night.
This is crazy.
No, this is what's crazy. All of these scenarios that I've described to you today demonstrate the long-term effects of homosexual marriage. Every single case that I've described is the product of probability studies and mathematical modeling by some of our country's most esteemed scientists. So-called normal couples like Terry and Kip are anything but. Think of it as truth in advertising. When a man and a woman take the marriage vows, they are packaging themselves as something grounded, moral, solid. But when you start slapping the married label on anything that comes down the pike, next time you rip off the wrapping, you'll probably find something rotten, stinking, and corrupt underneath. In an instant, the word married means exactly nothing, and all marriages lose legitimacy. Tom, Francie, as we speak, there is already technology that allows homosexuals to breed. Sperm, egg, obsolete. Homosexuals have learned how to replicate themselves through sheer force of power-thirsty will, splitting themselves into 2, 4, 16 like cancer cells. A sterile master race is rising, ready to crush your pathetic bones in one manicured fist. And our time is up.
Tonight?
I thought you quit.
Isn't mine.
After all the work you've done.
You're right.
Coming to bed?
In a minute. I just have to brush my teeth.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today in the sight of God and these witnesses to join together this woman and this TV VCR combo in holy matrimony.
But it's not even a plasma. My darling, if you're gonna marry a TV set, you have to think inches. You know what I'm saying? You have to think inches. You know what I'm saying?
Tom? Tom? Hello?
The place cards are engraved. Flowers paid for. Mixed nuts. Horse and carriage. Birdseed. But for what? Cigarettes aren't the only nasty habit your fiancé can't kick. All you had to do was destroy the invitation, Francine. That was all you had to do.
Up is down, down is up. Have sushi for breakfast.
Have you had it altered?
Oh my gosh, Mommy, you're wearing the same dress!
Vinyl? Pleather? When it comes down to brass tacks, boys don't really know how, do they?
Jerry? Raking? Aeration? Deep moisture injection treatments?
I think we can go ahead and sign. The next to last line.
Next time you rip off the wrapping, you'll probably find something rotten, stinking, and corrupt underneath.
Love, love, love.
Cigarettes aren't the only nasty habit your fiancé can't kick.
Have sushi for breakfast.
Sushi for breakfast.
The sterile master race is rising, ready to crush your pathetic bones in one manicured fist.
What kind of people wear silver shoes?
Have sushi for breakfast.
Sushi for breakfast.
All you had to do was destroy the invitation, Francine. That was all you had to do. That was all you had to do. That was all you had to do.
Hunting after you, bow in my hand, stalking after you, run high, it's my land. Pull an arrow from the quiver, take a shot for your liver, pull back my mighty bow, and let that arrow go. Baby, you're the hunter, take aim at my heart. My days are numbered, can't wait for your dart. Pull an arrow from the quiver, take a shot for your liver, pull back my mighty bow, and let that arrow go. 1, 2, liberal and free. 3, 4, vote for me. 5, 6, don't check ID. 7, 8, equal opportunity. Love is gonna set you free. Now we're together, now we'll never part. We are Siamese twins, conjoined at the heart. Pull an arrow from the quiver, take a shot for your liver, pull back my mighty bow, and let that arrow go. Pull an arrow from the quiver, take a shot for your liver, pull back my mighty bow, and let that arrow go. 1, 2, liberal and free. 3, 4, vote for me. 5, 6, don't check ID. 7, 8, equal opportunity. 1, 2, liberal and free. 3, 4, vote for me. 5, 6, don't check ID. 7, 8, equal opportunity. 1, 2,
So our story comes to an end. An experiment in social engineering proves calamitous for one young woman, shattering her dreams of happiness, plunging her misguided fiancé into depravity and despair. In the meantime, the lunatic fringe, having muscled their way into democracy's inner sanctum, put their gloves on and start remodeling. Is it right for the judiciary to fiddle with the institutions they've been charged with upholding? Should the mainstream be overthrown by the fringe? Or should those on the fringes be counseled, educated, and medicated to blend into the mainstream? Dear viewers, only you can be the judge. You must take what you have learned here today and share it with your neighbors, your communities, and above all, your children. Our future, America's future, depends on it.
hunting after you, bow in my hand, stalking after you, run high, it's my land. Pull an arrow from the quiver, take a shot for your liver, pull back my mighty bow, and let that arrow go. like a Manhattan tide. I felt so strung up, so hung up inside, until you swept through like a